Hey everyone, so here is our first little light that we're going to make, and I bought my items from the dollar store. I got some of their outdoor solar lights, and I picked up a bag of just the regular kind of pebble looking rocks and a small vase. Now the thing that I wanted to make sure, what I'm going to show you here, we're going to kind of twist this off here and take it apart. We're not going to use the stake that you would normally put in the ground. We're just going to use this part. But what I wanted to make sure is that the top of my solar light would fit inside of my vase without any problems, and it does. So that's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill the vase with some rocks. I don't want to fill it all the way. I want to make sure that I have room to set my solar light in there. So you may not get too many in there before it gets full. So it looks like that's about right. I'm gonna see if this one might not have gotten quite as much of the light. So I'm gonna switch it out with one that's working. And there you go. You can kind of see how it's very simple, but it's really pretty. You can also go ahead and if you wanted to glue around the edges, you can do that so that it doesn't move. But that's a really simple, easy garden light. You can use it for outside on your porch or your patio, or you can, set it out for a party. It's just really simple and really a nice option. So let's move on to our next one. Okay, so our next little garden light, I'm actually using a small globe that, again, I got at the dollar store. And I, again, took the top off of the little solar light, and I glued it down inside of here so it doesn't move. And then I picked up some butterflies. I thought they were really pretty. And I'm simply just going to hot glue them around on the base. I think it also makes it really pretty if you have this sitting on a table. You can kind of see the butterflies make some shapes kind of all around it. This would not be one that you would want to put where it's going to be exposed to any type of rain or anything like that, because our little butterflies are made of cardboard. If you would happen to find maybe metal butterflies or something that can withstand being out in the rain, then certainly you can go ahead and put them wherever you want. But these that I found at the dollar store, they were just simply like a cardstock or lightweight cardboard, a little bit thicker than regular paper. But I think it just gives it a really nice, pretty effect. I'm just going to finish putting a few on there, and then I will rotate it around for you so you can see our finished product. Okay, I think that will be the last one. So you can kind of see the butterflies. I like the little 3D effect that you get. So again, you can kind of have this sitting outside. You can let it get some sunlight and then have it on a table or on a covered porch. I just think it's really, really pretty to have all the butterflies there. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so here is our next one. I've already gotten it started. I'm using, again, another little globe dish and some of the gemstones that they have at the dollar store. And all I'm doing is simply going ahead and hot gluing them in place. You also have the option of using some other types of glue if you don't have hot glue. Something like an Elmer's school glue, that's not going to work for this. You're going to need something that's more of a craft grade glue because these are a glass bead. So you're going to need something that can bond them to the glass globe. So I used I used the whole small bag of the colored gems, and then I got some clear gems just to kind of put in and about around and fill in. But you can do all one color. You could do all clear, whatever you want. It's up to you. It's your light. So I'm just going to kind of finish putting some of these on here so you can see essentially what the final product is going to look like. And these would be another one that I would say they would be okay to withstand any weather. Like if we get rain, it shouldn't really bother the glass. But what I am going to show you guys for this particular one, just in case you didn't have the little solar lights, another option that you can do is actually to use the little battery operated tea light candles. Now if you're going to use those, then you can't leave it outside because the rain would ruin the candles. But if you know it's going to be a nice night, you can go ahead and take them out, you know, into the yard with you or on a table if you're having like a picnic outside. Then it would be safe as long as there's not going to be any rain, because the candles aren't going to be something that are waterproof or that can withstand the weather. So, all right, I'm going to show you this end here. So that is what it looks like, and I'm going to turn on our candles, and I'm going to use 2 of them just to make it a little bit brighter. Well, I was going to use 2, but it looks like one of my candles is burnt out. But that's just one, and you can kind of see how it kind of lights up the colors, and it's a little flickering candle. I think it's really pretty. I'll actually show you also what it would look like if you switched it out with one of the solar lights. You could also, again, put hot glue here on the bottom and glue it inside of there. So it gives you kind of a brighter white light. And you can kind of see how pretty it looks with all the colors. Or like I said, you can use the little tea light candles for that kind of natural flickering candle look. Okay, so that's that one. And again, I would finish the beads all the way around the bottom there. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys what it would look like and how you can kind of see the flickering light through the colors. All right, we'll get ready to do our last one. Okay, so here is our very last one. I decided to make something that looked like fall since we're getting into that season. So again, I'm going to use one of my solar lights from the dollar store. This time I'm going to leave it intact. I'm not going to take the top off of it. I have a little bucket here with a little owl on it. And then I have the little kind of spongy blocks. And I set one inside of there. And I'm actually going to press my solar light inside of there so it sticks up, so you can see it's standing right there. So I got some fall flowers, and I'm just going to stick them inside and you can kind of bend and move them and play with them however you want. I'm just going to kind of get them all in there, and then I can move them around and bend them a little bit. There's wire that runs through all of the flower stems, so it makes it easy for you to change the placement of them if you decide you don't like how it's standing. And then I also got some little leaves. I'm going to add those in as well. Just little touches of little leaves kind of sticking out every so often because it's fall. Okay. Take a look at it and see how it's looking. I think I'm going to add one more leaf up here in the front. Okay, so you bend them down a little bit. And some of your stems too, if they're a little bit too long, usually you can bend up the bottom a little bit. And that way they sit further down for you. Sometimes they're sticking up a little too far, so. Okay, so here we go. There's our little fall arrangement. Again, this would be something that you could sit outside. It could get wet. Your little it's kind of spongy block material, that would you'd probably want to make sure to cover it up, maybe with some of like the dollar store rocks that they have, just to cover that up a little bit. Because if that gets wet, it might kind of get yucky on you. But this would be able to withstand sitting kind of outside. Maybe even if you're just having, Thanksgiving and you want to set this outside for people as they walk in, or on trick-or-treat night for Halloween, if you buy something that's a little more Halloween and not so much fall. But I thought it was really cute, really simple, really easy to make. And just for a couple of dollars, we'll get all of our little lanterns, our garden lights out for you, and we can take one final look at everything that we made. So again, we had our little solar light with our butterflies. We had our beads that we glued onto the outside of our bowl, and again, I didn't finish it all the way down. You would do that. And again, you can use either the little flickering candles, or you can use the top of your solar light. We had the vase with the rocks in it. This is kind of the most simple of all of them. And then lastly, we had our fall garden light. Well, I hope you guys get a chance to make these. They're really easy. They're really simple. You can totally create something custom that you like, that fits, a theme or a holiday, or that matches your house or your porch decorations. So if you do get a chance to make one, please post them. We'd love to see them. And I hope you all have a great night. Bye, everybody.